Hello, my friends, and welcome to the Agile Guessing Game. This is a game to help you with your PMP exam prep, and this is where we focus on Agile questions. Let's go to our first section. Are you an Agile aficionado? Let's take a look at the first question. It's a simple one. You are in the middle of a decision-making session to decide upon the best quality approaches for your project. Which of the following would you use? Select all that apply. Five seconds left. All right, time up. The correct answer is all of the choices with the exception of story points. Remember, decision making. Fist of five, thumbs up, thumbs down, sideways, dot voting. But story points is used for estimating. Let's go to our next section, and this is, which Agile term is it? In this section, I ask you which Agile term it is based on what I describe. The daily meeting is structured around some variant of certain questions. What are these typically referred to as? And what are they? The daily meeting is structured around some variant of 3 questions. Just tell me what those questions are in any way you can. I'll give you 30 seconds to do that. Five seconds. All right, the 3 questions, as they are often referred to, follow a structure such as, what have you completed since our last stand-up meeting to move us towards the sprint goal? What will you do before our next stand-up meeting to move us closer to the sprint goal? And which impediments are getting in your way? The Agile Alliance defines these as, what have you completed? What will you do next? What is getting in your way? The Scrum Guide by Ken Schwaber and Jeff Sutherland puts it in a very direct way. And I quite like the approach because it focuses you on what exactly you're trying to accomplish, which is the current sprint goal. And of course, you know, there's a goal for every sprint. So the question should be aligned towards the sprint goal, not just any random work or any old work, but the work you have done that has moved the team towards the sprint goal. So you need to check out the Scrum Guide by Ken Schwaber and Jeff Sutherland. Just go to scrumguides.org and you'll be able to download that document for free. A lot of my students highly recommend it if you're taking the PMP exam. So do look into that. All right. So the 3 questions, variant of the 3 questions could be asked. What have you completed? What will you do next? What is getting in your way? All right. Let's go to our next section. The next section here is, are you an Agile aficionado? And this question seems to be of the longer variety. Let's take a look. You are working on an Agile software implementation project after the product vision has been cast and sprint planning. As the team starts creating product increment during the first sprint, they discover the initial estimates for the stories were significantly off. Some estimates exaggerated the amount of work and time needed Some understated the amount of work and time that would be needed. At the next retrospective, what will be the best advice for resolving this problem in the future? I'm going to give you a minute to think about it. Fifteen seconds left. All right, your time is up. Let's take a look at the options. So obviously the estimates are off, some are exaggerated and some are cut short of what they should be. So what should we do in an agile environment? A, use planning poker to obtain the estimates and spend more time in sprint zero estimating. Well, first of all, sprint planning and what you do in sprint zero are two different things. So this option of using specifically planning poker is bogus. This is not the best option that I would go for, but let's take a look at whatever else is on the table. Option B, this is not a problem that needs to be fixed. This uncertainty is expected. Okay, well, let's hold on to that one. We'll double back down and take a look at A and B again. C, ensure estimates are obtained from developers and specialists who are very experienced in doing this type of work. Now, there's something wrong with this in that if you are working on an agile project for the right reasons, it's very likely that the work you're doing is exploratory. It might be new work. So it wouldn't be a concern to get very experienced people necessarily. You could have people who are new to a project and still be faced with estimating. So I'm not going to go with this one. Option D, use bottom-up estimating whenever possible. Well, you already know that's definitely not an agile project, right? This will provide the best and most accurate estimates. We know that bottom-up estimating is great, but we do not use that in the world of agile specifically. You could have a blend, but that is not the best option. So we're faced with two. Saying that you should use planning poker specifically, of course, you know, is bogus. And it leaves us with B. This is not a problem that needs to be fixed. This uncertainty is expected. And moreover, it tells you it is during the first sprint. You do know that in the world of Agile, we do things in an iterative fashion. Some of our estimates could be off in the beginning, but as time goes on and we are collecting the empirical data, you are going to get more precise using the actual velocity that you are capable of. So if we take a look at the answer, and I want to say a big thank you to our buddy Mark for this question, which is a very, very well put together question. The answer that Mark has provided is, the correct answer is, this is not a problem that needs to be fixed. With Agile, there is a high level of uncertainty at the beginning of the project, and it is expected that initial estimates will not have a high level of precision or accuracy. So thank you, Mark, for that question. And we are at the end of today's session of the Agile Guessing Game. For those of you getting ready for the exam, if you're weak in Agile, you need to go on down to agileprinciple.com and check out the training that my buddy Roy and I have there for you. Thank you for joining us and see you in the next episode. Bye for now.